You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Woo! We are back. Guys, I'm sorry I'm late. It's been a really crazy day for me. Stick around. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Yes.
For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Compen. It is great to be here with you guys tonight. I am so sorry I'm late. I was actually putting Alan to sleep, and every night before bedtime, we read a comic. And I couldn't stop in the middle of this one because it was like the last issue of an arc. So we're reading, we just finished reading Spectacular Spider-Man 166 through 168. And it's the first appearance of Night and Fog. I actually have another set of books for it later. But anyway, I didn't have a chance to really properly prepare for this show today in the sense that I'm usually like curated and here on time. And the reason for that is because I've been handling fulfillment all day. There are many of our Kickstarter backers who still have not received their stuff. They've been waiting months, and I've fallen behind. And it really was, no one's fault, really. I needed to get T-shirts printed, and it took the guy who does them a little bit longer to get to it. But he got it done, and he did such a damn good job with these T-shirts. I'm not wearing the new Warline T-shirt, but the red on it pops so much. So for those of you who got T-shirts, you're in for a treat. These turned out excellent. I don't think I have many for sale after I'm through this fulfilling everything on Kickstarter, but we'll definitely print up more T-shirts for our next campaign. And while I haven't been doing that, I've been focusing very heavily on getting things moving with Yisun Shin and Warline number 2. And so far things are going great with Warline, but they're kind of slow with Yisun Shin, and I need to pick it up. But, it just takes time. So, so I'm sorry I have not been caught up yet, but rest assured I will be caught up by the end of this week, because next week's going to be a big week for us with Thanksgiving and everything. And I have been cleaning. Another thing I've been doing is cleaning out the warehouse. And I have been putting together long boxes of books. So far, I have about 10 long boxes of books of stuff that just needs to go. Like, I don't care about it. We're talking like super cheap deals. We're talking 50-cent comics. And I'll be running a lot of deals like that next week to just kind of move through as much of that inventory as possible so I can go out and buy more. And normally we have an indie showcase, but I am so disorganized today because of fulfillment that I have to actually go upstairs and get those indie showcase books. They're in my workshop area, or in my office. Sorry, it's not an office anymore. It's just a place where I package and ship stuff now. It's something. All right. Anyway, we got great deals on the books we have here, and if you have been waiting on an order from me from a previous Kickin' It show and you paid up your invoices, I just want to let you know right now, your stuff is out. I've sent it out a long time ago. I sent it out last week. So, and I had another outstanding order that went out today. But anyway, let's get going. We got lots of books tonight. And all the $2 comics I'm showing you guys are all new stuff that I just got back from Grand Rapids and Motor City, 2 conventions that we just did back to back. And yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I have Daredevil 310. This is the first appearance of Calypso in the Craven outfit. Like, this is the first time I guess they tied her to Daredevil. This is going to go for just $10 tonight. $10 on this. I'll take a best offer on it too, because I really want to move it. But $10 on this. More best offer. The next book I have here is Sensational She-Hulk number 1. This is Legacy number 179. Looks like it's a Jen Bartel variant. There we go. This is going to go for $8. Ha! How do I fight off all the women when I wear that Warline t-shirt? I'm just like, get back! Give me your money! Give me your money! Get off me! And that's how I am on the floor. It's like if I see like you guys have no idea how like I will pitch anybody at a convention. I don't care if they're the most attractive woman or the ugliest woman. I don't care, or the ugliest person or whatever. No one's ugly, and I'm just throwing that out there. There's no discrimination when I pitch people, but sometimes some of these beautiful women just irritate me because they take their time to tell me no, and I'd just rather them shut me down. It's like almost like they're letting me down as if I asked them on a date. I just asked you for $10. That's it. You know, and they're like, oh, really? My God, that's so cool. Sorry, I don't have any money. They just like walk off. And I'm like, hey, can I tell you about my comic? What's up, Chuck? How you doing? Yes, I brought in all the hotties at C2E2. No, Chuck brought in all the hotties. Chuck totally brought in the hotties, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about, too. Here's this really great pair. They were, I don't know if they were a couple or just a group of friends or something like that, but this one really attractive. They were all attractive. Chuck was chatting them up for like at least an hour, and they bought from me, they bought from Chuck, they bought from JT. They just like take our money. And then the next day they were all like really like hungover and like upset because they like didn't realize how effed up they got, and they bought all these comics and everything. But they were still really cool about it. Like they're excited to read everything, but it's just like when you go to these cons, there's just so much like going on. There's so much to take in that it's kind of like takes a while to process it, you know? And I did about like 15 of these conventions this year. So it's just with all the stuff that goes on there. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm really relieved that like my convention season is almost over. I have a little bit of a break now, which is nice. All right. The next book we got here is The Electra Saga #2. This is by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson. This is going to go for just $5. Drunk Buys. There you go, Tori. And Tori, by the way, I just want to say it was such a pleasure seeing you on Saturday. I love that you came by. And so let me tell you guys what happened at the show. So Zeb Wells, the current writer on Amazing Spider-Man, walked down. I'm a big fan of Amazing Spider-Man. You know, I told him I was really enjoying his run, which I am. And he was really cool. And so he checked out my stuff and he picked up Warline, which I was deeply humbled by. That was really cool. But I never got a picture with him because the thing about it is that he was there to do business. I wasn't going to be like, hey, can I get a picture? You know, I didn't want to do that. So if it wasn't for Tori, it wouldn't have worked out because she came back when she came to visit me on Saturday. She came to get like a bunch of stuff signed by him, and like she just wanted to meet him and do stuff. And she told him to like come back and take a picture with me. And he came back and we had a really great conversation. I had actually, after meeting him, I had brought this week's Amazing Spider-Man. So I went back to my hotel that night and I read it. So I had a chance to tell him what I thought of the latest issue now too. So what better, it worked out in everybody's favor. He came back to take a picture for me and I took the time to read his book, his latest issue, and tell him how much I loved it. So it was really great. And for me, it's always an honor to meet, you know, people who have had tenures on Amazing Spider-Man. And I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of these people. So, you know, to see someone in the current generation, even though Zeb has been writing comics for, you know, decades now, he was writing comics when I was in my 20s. You know, he's planning a lot of cool stuff for Amazing Spider-Man. eBay drink and whatnot. That's true. The experience desires for likes and shares feed our terrible hunger. Yes. Don Johnson, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm not reading everybody's comments. Sorry. What are the chances a girl like you will give me $10 for 4 freaking comics? 4 comics for $10. Sorry. Still in con mode right now. Market's up. Things are good. All right, let's go. X-Force #1 sealed in the poly bag. Sorry, guys. It's just how my mind works. You gotta make the clothes. Whether clothes come on or off, you gotta make. Oh, come on. I'm like the Jim Cramer of comics now, right? JD, sorry. Oh, sorry. X-Force #1 sealed in the poly bag. We got the X-Force trading card inside. This is gonna go for just $5. Is my connection bad? Okay, hold on a second, guys. If that's the case, there's something else I forgot to do. How's it now? My connection's poopy. Is it improving? Let me know if you guys can see me. I mean, I got canceled. Okay, it's better now? Okay. Well, you were canceling me, so you guys caught some stuff, right? I didn't miss, like, everything. You didn't miss everything. A little better? All right. All right. I got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic #44. I have that going for $8, and I'll take a best offer on it. It's got to move. It's in pretty good shape too. Oh, just turned me yelling. Well, I was talking about how I see everybody at comic conventions the same way, whether they're like, it's actually probably good that a lot of that stuff got lost in the loop, but you know, whether it's the most attractive cosplayer at a convention or someone who is different but still beautiful, shows up at a convention, it doesn't matter to me. I don't like really think to I don't really get stupefied when I see like a really attractive woman at a convention. I'm just because I'm focused on making the sale. So if she comes by and she's like, and I pitch her and she's not going to buy my book, she usually like takes time to like respond, and it gets annoying. And I just want to be like, 4 comics for $10. How? Then she'll be like, no, sorry, I don't want to buy your book. And I just, search for the next soul. There's no prejudice when it comes to me and selling comics. I sell with extreme non-prejudice. Inner beauty, there you go. We all have it. I mean, I know I'm, like Seth Rogen, ugly as F by modern standards. What? Come on. What did I get canceled for? Cancel him again. Good. That's good. All right. We have Superman 184. Normally going for $12. This is going to go for $8 now. You guys are giving me a hard time now. I know. Sorry. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun. You guys know I'm having fun. All right. I got Spider-Man 24. Spider-Man 24 is going to go for just $5. So this is a pretty cool cover, actually. We got Mark Bagley on the cover here. And I think this was a Infinity War crossover. Yes, it is. And Larry Alexander does the interiors on this issue. And we got a lot of cool stuff happening with the Spider-Man doppelganger and Demo Goblin and a bunch of other cool villains and stuff. There's some cool layouts in here. This is going to go for just $5 today. It's been a while since I read this issue. No, it's not the first appearance of the doppelganger. I forgot where he shows up for the first time. I believe it's in an issue of, what is it? Infinity War. I'm checking that out real quick. Or we got one of our. No, you're not derailing anything, Tori. You're amazing. I love you. You know I love you. And I owe you a phone call, by the way. All right, so I have Spider-Man 24 going for just $5. It's really been a really hectic day. Like I'm so exhausted right now. But I'm here with you guys, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. All right, I got Battle Chasers #1. This is a cool wraparound cover. And I have this priced at $20. That's what it's like typically going for right now. It's in pretty good shape. I'll take a best offer on this. I got to move it. This is all stuff that's just been kind of like sitting around. I haven't touched like the last 2 I've been off the air for like the last week and a half. Mainly because I just haven't had time to do a show, like to be ready for a show. And these are all books that I showcased like a couple weeks ago. So you may have, I doubt you guys remember any of these books, but if you've seen them before, I have seen them for too long. They need to go. Some of these books I've had since like June or July. Like this is stuff that just really needs to go. So if you see something you like, please throw an offer out there. I'll work with you. Yeah, so he was Infinity War #1, yeah. All right, I got Catwoman 15 here. This is an Art Germ variant. I am into this for $15. I've tried selling it for $20. I'm just going to drop it down to $16. Or best offer. I can break even on this book. I don't care anymore. I need to sell it. I can't hold on to this anymore. So 16 or best offer. And Tori's saying, use the best offer. Take her up on it. Tori gives very good advice. And I wanted to tell you, I didn't finish my Zeb Wells story. So we spoke again, and then, we got our picture and everything, and we agreed to hang out in LA Comic-Con. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him again and picking his brain a little bit. So we'll see. And yeah, I'm also, working on some other cool stuff right now in publishing, so which you'll all hear about soon. All right, I have She-Hulk #159. That's a variant edition. It's a lenticular. This is going to go for just, I'll do this for $5 tonight. I got it. First appearance of Kiss in a comic. I saw this book at Motor City Comic Con being sold for $30 to $50 this last weekend. I'm doing it right now for just $15. That's it. $15. First Kiss. The band Kiss. First appearance of Kiss. And then I got Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men #1. That's going to go for just $4. Howard goes to Don. Okay. And Freeze. Yes, thanks, Don. Chuck, if there's anybody I owe an apology to, it's you, man. I'm so sorry because you sent me a voice message. I didn't even have a chance to check it out, bro. It's been absolutely crazy. The kids have had so many activities today. So on top of, like, as soon as I took care of fulfillment, it was, I had to be a dad. So I failed. I feel like I failed everybody tonight, and I'm sorry. Because it's all my fault. So if I've said anything or done anything in the last or haven't done anything, I apologize sincerely. It's not me. It's just life. Yes, very, very soon, Chuck. I just need to get, like, I don't even have my indie showcase books up. Like, that's how off I am tonight. Like, 100%. I will get those indie books though once we go on our commercial break. But yeah, guys, you go back to comics before I break down and cry. All right, I got Star Trek Deep Space Nine #1. This is gonna go for $5 tonight. And then I have Wayward Legends #1 from White Widow. Or sorry, this is White Widow tie-in. Absolute Comics Group. This is gonna go for $5. Yes, I didn't fail the kids. Thank you, Roberto, for saying that. Yeah, I know you guys always understand. It's also kind of tough because over the last 2 weekends I was traveling, so it's tough being away from them for such a long period of time. But it's great to have them here. We're actually getting ready to play Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, so I'm really excited about that. All right, holidays are here. I have a set of books here that I've been trying to move for a long time. And these are signed books, by the way. These are signed by Alex Ross and Jim Kruger. I have Earth X #0. I priced this originally at $30. I have another one signed by them, and this comes with COAs. All of them I've been pricing at $30. Every single one of these were $30. All right. So that is a combined total value of $120. These are both signed by Alex Ross and Jim Kruger, who worked on these books. You got Earth X #0, #1, #2, and #5. This is a really cool set of books here. That would be $120. But you guys, I need to underline that word would, because tonight I'm cutting it in half. I'm cutting that wood in half. And we're doing half off on this whole deal because I just got to move it at this point. So it's just going to go for $60 right now. Matter of fact, I'll knock it down to 50. $50. I'll throw in free shipping for you, and I'll spin the wheel for you. You're going to win some additional stuff. This is a great deal. I just really got to move these books. I can't sit on them anymore. Earth X is really cool. I'm actually very friendly with Jim Kruger. I got to meet him at Dragon Con, and I had the pleasure of interviewing him a couple times. Actually, not a couple times. One time, we did an episode of my interview show before I got into live sales, and he was one of the creators that I had a chance to interview, and he was a real big fan of Dax. So we were talking about, his stuff on Earth X, and what he did there was he created an alternate universe called Earth X, where the Marvel characters are like different, and he had a lot of freedom to like play around and like do things that no one else could really do at the time. Like what we're seeing Jonathan Hickman doing on Ultimate Invasion and everything with the Ultimate Universe, Jim Kruger got to do that with Alex Ross. And that's really cool to reimagine the Marvel characters in your own view and to have like your own universal story that is now branched off. And he's gotten a chance to tell a lot of stories with Alex Ross. And Alex Ross, I mean, how many writers in their lifetime will ever get to say, hey, I worked with Alex Ross. We were paired together and we got to do cool stuff together. What a tremendous honor that is. And he's just the most humble, sweet man. I absolutely love Jim Kruger. He's my kind of people. Yeah, Chuck, I do. Here's the thing. I need to still read Belial 3. I want to read it. And I actually am thinking about I want to talk to you about or actually no, hold on. Yeah. I'll message you. We'll work this out. All right. Let me get one more book here for the bottom row. I have Amazing Spider-Man number 800. This is going to go for just $15 tonight. Another book I just really need to let go of. And then I got Death of Wolverine, #1. That's a foil cover. #2, #3, and #4. What's really cool about this run here is this is a lot of Logan was it Logan, the movie? Logan was derived a lot from this arc and the Old Man Logan series that Marvel put out. And this is basically the death of a younger Logan who gets like poisoned by the adamantium in his skin and is now like slowly dying. And it's a really great run. Wolverine by himself, but we got some really incredible art by Steve McNiven, who also illustrated Old Man Logan. He illustrated all of it. And it's a really great run of books. My ask on this tonight is $40. $40 on Death of Wolverine. We got the whole run here. And I'm so happy to have this. I might actually revisit this. I don't like how they killed him, ultimately, but the story itself was pretty well done. I like the concept and everything. And, you know, I'm a big fan of Logan. So, you know, this is a series that, I don't know, maybe I should just keep it. Yeah. All right. Next book we have here is Balder the Brave. I have the full run here. We have issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do the whole thing for just $10 right now. $10 for this whole run. You don't got to hunt anything down. Balder the Brave. I don't know who worked on this. I think Walt Simonson actually did, which is really cool. I read some Walt Simonson stuff over the weekend. And he actually, I am so amazed with how well Simonson was able to work with Frank Miller on RoboCop versus Terminator. It was a really great collaboration. I love how Walt Simonson was able to replicate Frank Miller's like art style, his art style was able to adapt to Frank Miller's storytelling. So it almost felt like Frank Miller himself was drawing the story as well. And you know, Simonson was just able to just go into anything he would work on and just make it his own. And no matter, like he would be able to do that more with Thor, but like with RoboCop versus Terminator, it was really awesome. It felt like Frank Miller had drawn it. Anyway, we're going to take a short commercial break. This is going to give me a chance to catch up and get some of these indie books here. And then when we come back, I'm going to do the indie showcase, and then we're going to go through $2 comics. So give me one moment, and we're going to get going, or we'll get right back in gear.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP. According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles.
All right, guys, we're back with our indie showcase. And the deal with the indie showcase is if I don't read the book, I don't put it up here for sale. And I try to buy comics now from every creator that I meet at conventions to get a sense of whether or not I can sell their stuff. And most of the time I feel like I can sell their work because these guys are putting themselves out there and they're all doing their own unique thing and it's all beautiful. But I will not sell their stuff until I actually have a chance to read it. It's really important for me that I know what I'm selling. Jen King taught me how important that was. And so I have to find the time to read some of these books. And that becomes kind of like a tough balancing act sometimes when you're driving around from one activity to the other, or you have other, things that need to get done. But anyway, I do get around to them. It's just a matter of time and where I can find them because my house is just so full of comics right now. I don't even know what to do with it. So the entire house, there's a comic in every single room of my house. Literally every single part. There's not one room you can go into in my house and there not be a comic. There's literally comics everywhere. I love it actually. But sometimes it can get really tough to find things. And the one thing I wanted to tell you guys about was my neighbors across the way from me at Motor City Comic Con. This is a really wonderful story. So I met these guys on Friday, and like me, they were out in front of their tables slinging their stuff. And man, Friday was a tough day at Motor City Comic Con. It was like slim picking. Like not a lot of people were walking down the aisles. And it just, for me, it was my second show in a row, and I didn't want to be at the con. I'm tired. I'm tired of going to all these shows. Like I've just been on the road so much lately. It's like I literally drove to Michigan, came home, and then drove back to Michigan the following week. And a lot of us, we do this year round, everything, but it's been a really difficult year for me. And this year I've just been really tired. Period. I've been doing this for 13 years. I can say it. I got tired. And not that I didn't want to be at the convention, but it's like all the little things. Every time you leave home, you got to make sure you remember everything. This time I left for the convention and I forgot variants and I forgot my watch. I forgot all kinds of stuff that would have made the show a little bit easier for me and may have given me a chance to earn a little extra money. But because I'm always like moving around and everything, it's kind of tough. At the same time, I wouldn't trade it for the world because this is how I get to meet these creators and connect them with you guys. So I'm, showcasing right now some of Detroit's finest comics here. So this is actually really hilarious. These guys were across from me and they were slinging, man. They were selling a lot of copies of their books. They were working their butts off. All weekend they were talking to people and everything. And the way they sold me on their book was great. They talked right to me. And they're like, yeah, our books are funny and they're hilarious. And it's almost like the Boondocks. Honestly, that's what I would compare this to. It's a different art style, but the level of writing and the humor here is what really sells this book. It's hilarious. So what happens here is with doggy crabs come great responsibility. So this dude's dog gets the crabs from banging a poodle down the street. And they go to the vet, and the vet charges them a lot of money for the, medicine, the lotion to kill off the crabs, and it costs like $500. So, the dog's owners say, all right, you got to get a job now. And he's like, well, I don't want to work. So now he's got to get a job. And so he gets a job. And that's when things get really funny. And it's pretty raunchy. It's funny, but it's not raunchy in the sense that you're going to see nudity or anything like that. There's nothing that bad, but there are some genuine haha moments in this series here. I absolutely love this. It was like literally reading an episode of the Boondocks if you're a fan of that show. And it's of that quality too. And Tori, if you saw these guys, they were across from us at the convention. Hang on just a second here. Oh my God. I'm sorry about my connection issues, guys. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Detroit Rock City. Yes, dogs are always nude if you think about it. This is true. All right, so this is called Adventures on Louder. This next issue is also really funny. I didn't have a chance to fully read it, but it always starts off with the two male characters who I actually met at the show, just hanging out playing video games and having regular guy conversations. It feels very genuine and authentic. There's nothing fake about this book at all. It's real. It's awesome. It's so much fun. I really love this. And I'm selling both of their books tonight for $10 a pop. That's $20. I have only one set. And we're going to get to something else in a second here. But anybody who picks this up also gets these two prints here, which are pretty funny. The dog is their character. And they were out in front of their booths selling just like me, man. They were doing a great job. They were hustling all weekend long. I met the dude, the writer's sister. She was really cool. And then I met his girlfriend. They were really awesome. Everybody who was down our aisle was very supportive. We all held each other up. It's really great. I love that kind of environment. That is con family right there. When everybody is supporting one another. All right. The next series we have here is Bigfoot Knows Karate. I still have a couple issues, or I still have the issues 2 left, and I think I have a number 1 and a number 2. Okay, no, I have 2 number 1s, and these are going for $9 a pop. I have a number 2 going for $9, so that would be $18, and then I have a variant which is going to go for $20. And that was bringing me back to my other point is if you guys are going to pick up indie stuff, like Bigfoot Knows Karate was a real big hit for us. That tells me that I can go ahead and order more because more people are going to be interested in picking this up. So we got this off of Kickstarter, and it looks like we had a pretty good sell-through. So this is what I have left of it. It'd be nice to move it tonight, but if not, that's totally cool. Another book we just got back in stock by popular demand is Road to Valhalla. This is a great series by my neighbors from New York Comic Con. So I bought a set from them at the convention. We sold that set. I saw that multiple people were interested, so I went back to them and I ordered 3 more sets. So I have 3 sets of issues 1 through 3 going for $20 today. That's 1 through 3 of Road to Valhalla. The story is it's obviously a Viking story, but it takes place I think in this country in America because there's a lot of Indians in it. And actually, I do remember that they were saying that this did take place here in America. I was 1000 AD. It said Christianity stepped foot in Norway for the first time. Sorry, Norway. Sorry, this did not take place in America. I'm sorry. That is my bad. Vikings were not around then. Yeah, you like Bigfoot knows karate? All right. Yeah. While I blundered on history here, like big time, I should have known that. That was a big boo-boo on my end. But yeah, this takes place in Norway, and it looks like they're kind of Native American. That's why I was thinking just their attire and everything. I just forgot. But it's a really cool story, very violent, very cool, and it actually involves what is it? Who are those guys from Wendigos? They fight Wendigos in this, which is really cool. It's a really cool Viking series. 1 through 3 is going for $20 for anybody who wants Road to Valhalla. Really cool Viking series, and it's the whole thing, the whole run. We got the whole run going for 20. 3 sets of Road to Valhalla. Okay, and we got Randy saying that issue 1 was really good. I'm glad you guys picked it up. And here's the thing, we'll cycle this stuff through, so it's not a big deal. This stuff will probably just, if it doesn't sell tonight, I'll put it off to the side for a little while, wait, and then showcase it again. So it's not a big deal, but we're going to do the indie showcase every week. I highly recommend someone pick up the Adventures on Louder. It's really great. Adventures on Louder was really funny. If you're looking for a funny comic, this is a funny comic. And it's $20. Gets you both books. It's good stuff. Let's support indie comics. Give these guys a shot. Every week I'm gonna try and have new stuff. Now that I'm like situated and at home, I've been able to catch up on some of my reading. So I have been reading stuff, like I just read Adventures on Louder today while Alan was at one of his activities. So I was able to, come here and tell you guys about it. And I genuinely enjoyed it. All right, so that is our indie showcase. I still have the Earth X's going for $60 for anybody who wants it. Again, I am really desperate to sell this. Not $60. I offered $50 on this. This really just needs to go. And then I got that Death of Wolverine going for $40 for anybody who wants it. All 4 issues for $40. I would keep this, but I need the money right now. I need to sell it off. Okay, Don Johnson's getting Road to Valhalla 1 through 3. Excellent. Don, you're not going to be disappointed with this. I think you're going to like it. Anybody who likes Eastern Shin is going to love Road to Valhalla. Some good stuff here. I highly recommend grabbing Bigfoot Knows Karate too. Yeah, Dan Price is awesome. He's such a talented creator. And he's such a good guy too. Man, he is that dude is amazing. He is real good people. Okay, let's get to $2 comics. If any of you guys have any questions about our indie showcase books, just let me know. Again, I apologize for not being fully prepared this week for it. I just realized how unprepared I was as I came downstairs, and for the first 30 minutes, I felt a great deal of shame that I wasn't prepared, because if I say that I'm going to showcase independent comics and I got a bunch of Marvel stuff up there, that doesn't look good, and I feel like I was just off to a rough start today. I apologize for that. So regardless of anything, I appreciate you guys all being so kind and forgiving. But if I say I'm going to push independent comics, I mean it. I'm going to push independent comics. These are the people that I work with at conventions, and they all work really hard, and they deserve your attention. All right. I got Rio at Bay #1 and #2. This is going to go for $4 tonight. These are some really cool covers. I dig this. He's like, I'm going to shoot that pendejo right between the eyes. Bang, 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 bang. $4 on this. Maybe that guy spots Gasolina out in the hills.
What? Come on. Thunder Agents. We have blank sketch cover. These normally sold for $5, $10 usually, for the Marvel and DC ones. I'm doing this for $2 tonight. And then I got from Dynamite the Blood Queen #1. We got another sketch variant cover here, going for just $2. The Saga of the Man Elf #1. That's going to go for $2. Some really cool stuff I found here. This is all stuff I picked up at Motor City Comic Con. This one dealer he had, it was actually Tori who turned me on to this dealer. I went over to his booth, and on Friday he was doing a short box for $100. But on Sunday he decided to do a short box. I got to build out a couple boxes with this guy. And there was I did some really great mining there. There was some really good stuff in there. He had a lot of DC comics intermixed with some really great Marvel stuff, but also a lot of independence stuff that was published years ago. But, be on the lookout. I have Extermination #4. This is a really cool Uncanny X-Men 129 tribute cover. This is going to go for $2. $2 tonight. That's a steal. That's a FOMO book right there. Yes. You get Saga by Little Man Elf. There's a little joke. There is something there. Who published it? Michael Moorcock published that. There's a joke in that, too. Oh, that's going to get me canceled. Once JD stops laughing, I'll get canceled. Womp, 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 womp. I have Edge of Venomverse #4. So we have Wolverine with the symbiote. That's going to go for $2. I have a run of Secret Invasion. We have #4, #7, and #8. That's going to go for $6 today for Secret Invasion. Number of issues here. I have #6 at the warehouse too, I think. Yeah, #6 at the warehouse. And a lot of those. Moorcock, maybe not such a little joke. Super canceled. We have Valkyrie variant edition. This is Amazing Mary Jane variant cover, going for $2. Mary Lois Jane. It's basically who Mary Jane has become. It's so interesting having read some of these 90s Spider-Man books where she was still an actress. And it was like, why'd they drop that? What was wrong with her being an actress? I like that she was an actress. I love that her and Peter could have this relationship where she could be the girl that everyone is paying attention to and sees and is attracted to. And he could just see beyond all that. And, so could she. I really love that dynamic with them. But it's okay. I think they've done some interesting stuff with the character. I don't know what, I'm just used to what I grew up with, The show was great. Yeah, no, we sold out at 2 conventions back to back. So that was, I sold 2,000 copies of Yushin Shin and Warline over the last 2 weekends. So Warline has now broken 1,000 unit sales, through convention circuits. And Yushin Shin has sold over 16,000 books this year. So Yushin Shin is still the main book that I'm selling at cons. And Warline is like the second book that I'm selling, but Warline is not. I'm not able to bring like 1,000 copies of Warline with me to a convention yet because I only have issue 1. So we're working to get issue 2 out there so I can bring those numbers up quickly. It's an important thing to do when you're distributing yourself at these shows. So, but they were good. I had really great conventions. I had really great experiences.
they were exhausting. They were tiring. I'm still recuperating from it. It's tough. But it's worth it because of the experiences and the interactions and everything. And plus, it's how I make my money. This is where the bulk of my money comes from. So, it's important that I do these shows. I have the Sensational Spider-Man number 11. This is going to go for $2. I have DC Marvel All Access number 1. That's going to go for $2. I have X Patrol number 1. That's going to go for $2. I have Magneto and the Magnetism number 1. This is all like amalgam comic stuff that normally sells for like $5 a pop. JLX number 1 going for $2. Like literally, guys, I've sold these books for $5 a pop. I'm doing them all tonight for $8 as a set for all the amalgam Marvel books. Or call them $2 a piece, Shatter Starfire. That's interesting. You don't go blind, you just chafe. He'll go blind. Oh, I don't have a shop. I don't actually. I do everything from home. But if you want to have a local meetup, it's North Shore Comics in Northbrook, Illinois. Like, just let me know if you want to meet over there, and we'll arrange a time when Pete's open, and we can meet over there. Pete's got a great dollar bin over there, so come on by and pick out some stuff. He always bags and boards his books too. I have Spectacular Spider-Man 240 and 241. That's going to go for just $4 tonight. I have Nemesis issue 3 and issue 4 going for $4. This is a 4-issue miniseries. It's kind of like, what if Batman was the Joker? And Miller came up. Mark Millar likes to come up with these really cool high concept ideas that make for great blockbuster action movies. And he did that with Kick-Ass, and Nemesis was another series he tried to do that with. I remember reading the first 2 issues, I believe, and the main hero is the Commissioner Gordon guy. So he's trying to bring this guy down. So this is like a world where there is no Batman. There's just a villain running around with a cape, and he's really smart and he's really rich, and no one can catch him. And he goes around killing people. And it's pretty intense. Batman himself is dangerous. What if he was the bad guy? Batman would suddenly get so much more scary if he became a bad guy. Yeah, cool. Sounds good, Steve. All right. I have Conan the Barbarian. This is a 2099 variant, number 1, going for $2. I have Conan Serpent War number 2. That's $2. I have Conan the Barbarian number 11 and number 13. This is from the Marvel run. Conan is no longer published by Marvel. It's now over with Titan Comics. We're doing this at $4. So Titan Comics is now publishing Conan books. I have Avengers: The Origin number 2 of 5. That's going to go for $2. I have Spider-Man number 8. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man number 8, going for $2. Spider-Man Dr. Octopus Out of Reach number 3. That's $2. I have X-Men Fantastic Four number 1. That's $2. That's Nemesis, Steve. That's these 2 books here. That warrants a revisit, by the way. I have Secret Wars 2, number 1. That's $2. I have Secret Wars number 5. This is a cool variant, going for $2. I have issue number 6 going for $2. Issue 7 is $2. Some cool Secret Wars stuff. $6 on this and $2 on this. Get them all for $8. Another comic that I'm really enjoying right now is $4. No, it's okay. It's just $4. $2 a piece. Steve, $4 on this. We're doing everything on this rack here is just $2. $2 comics. Okay, we're taking it. Outstanding. Thank you, sir. I have Salmon Twitch, number 4 of 4. That's going to go for $2. I have Retief of the Cot from Mad Dog Graphics, number 1, going for just $2. Okay, hold on a second. Don is taking Conan, Contact 1, and Conan 1. Conan 1. Contact 1. Which Contact 1 are we talking about? Are we just talking about all the Conans? Do you want all the Conans? That's just $8. Let me know if you want to throw that on now. Was it? It was an autocorrect? Sorry, I'm lost.
I was just saying, I think he, when he was typing in Conan, he got auto-corrected to Contact.
Oh, okay. All right. I got it. All right. So are we claiming all the Conans then done, or did you just want Conan, this Conan number 1? Let me know. All right. I have AVX round 12. I never read this series, but I'm kind of interested. This is issue 12. I got it going for just $2 right now. I don't know what caused this Avengers versus X-Men crossover, but the original one in the 80s was really good. Mark Silvestri and Roger Stern. And Keith Pollard. Really good stuff. I have the Astounding Wolfman number 2 going for $2. I have Ultimate Spider-Man number 53, number 74, number 85, number 108, number 114, number 117. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got all 6 books going for just $12 right now for this Ultimate Spider-Man run filler here. $12 on this run. Some good stuff there. What was solid? The Conan or the AVX? I think Chuck's talking about the AVX. All right. The Bionic Man number 13, that's going to go for $2. Okay, we're taking all Conan. Cool. All right, it's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bark for our man Don. Can we get the video, JD? Yeah, your Chuck was talking about AVX.
It's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bark, Bark, Bark.
All right, you got a free Marvel book that you can add to your pile here. So if you see a Marvel book that you want to throw on here, just call it out from the $2 rack here. AVX. So what was the concept behind it this time, Chuck? Like why did the war start between the two teams? I remember like Cyclops became like evil or something, right? I have another X-Men Fantastic Four 1. This is definitely a Mark Brooks cover. This is really cool. This is gonna go for $2. Add that over here. This is a really cool Punisher book here. I don't know what it is because of the fact that it's just a blank cover. X-Force number 1. Oh, wait, is this X-Force number 1? No, this is Marvel Knights number 2. And it's a part of a connecting cover piece. I will show you the cover right now. It's really awesome. You guys are going to be like blown over by this cover. Look at that Punisher and Bullseye. This is going to go for just $2 right now. Marvel Knights number 2. $2. That's it. Not going crazy on the prices. $2. Invisible Woman number 1. This is a second printing. This is going to go for just $2. I have Thor number 727. This is going to go for just $2. $2 right here. This is like a number 1 starting of a new series in 2019. $2 on that. There's serious lag between the video and the text. That sucks. Guys, I'm sorry. It's such a rough night. I don't know what to do. I can try and reset my internet, and we'll try doing that real quick. JD, if you can run an extended commercial break in about like 2 minutes. Actually, this might be a good place to do that. I'll try and reset my internet and see if that helps with the time that we're here. So let's see what happens. I'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy some commercials.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find a link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds, a promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com today. Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting. Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP. According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
For years,
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Let me know how the internet's behaving here. See how we're doing here. Okay. All right. I got Spider-Woman Origin number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. This is going to go for just $10. $10 on this set. I got the Superior Spider-Man number 2. That's going to go for $2. Symbiote Spider-Man number 3. That's going to go for $2. I have Spider-Man number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's going to go for $6. Stargate SG-1. I got issue 1 going for $2. I got Moon Knight number 9 going for $2. I got Shadow of the Bat number 1 going for $2. And I have Batman Shadow of the Bat 1 million going for $2. Okay, is it better now or is it still bad? Okay, are we good? By the way, before I continue on. Okay, good. All right, awesome. Thank God. Thanks, JD. And thank you all for your patience. I'm so sorry that it took so long. I have Batman Shadow of the Bat 1996 annual number 4. That's going to go for $2. I have the Jaguar from Impact Comics number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. This is all going to go for just $10. I have Legends of the Dark Knight number 22, number 23, number 24, number 29, number 33, number 34, and the 1991 annual. I will do all of these. 2, 4, 6, 7 books for $14. 7 books for $14 for all these Legends of the Dark Knight. We got some Mike Barr stories here, Howard Chaykin, Jill Kane, Gil Kane. Is it Gil Kane or Jill Kane? Matt Wagner, James Robinson, Tim Sale, Joe Quesada. I mean, just so many legendary comic book creators working on all these really cool stories. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all 7 going for $14 for Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. That's a really cool run there. All right. Shadow Annual. Okay. Legends of the Dark Knight and the Shadow of the Bat Annual. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two. Thank you, Don. I have some Tom King Batman here. I have Batman number 29, number 33, number 54, which is a Tim Sale variant. This looks like it could be maybe a Gabriel Del Auto. I think it's probably a Gabriel Del Auto, if I had to guess. Going for $2. I'm doing all these Batmans here for just $8. I have Star Trek The Next Generation Convergence, the 1995 annual, number 6. That's going to go for $2. I have Star Trek number 51. That's going to go for $2. I have Star Trek The Next Generation 59. That's going to go for $2. I'll do it all for $6. Okay. Awesome. I'm so glad we're back on track. Thank you, guys. I have Silk number 14, number 15, and number 18. All these are going to go for just $6. I have Lois Lane number 1. This is going to go for $2. I have Moloch number 1. That's going to go for $2. I got DK3, the Master Race number 8, going for $2. I have Batwoman. Oh, silk goes up. I knew those silks were going to go right away. Those are awesome books. Batwoman 16, Batwoman 18 are going to go for $4. $4 is a set. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me and for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. We're picking up now in the second hour here, and I really appreciate it. We got some really great books here. And I don't think if anybody wants me to repitch the Indie Showcase book tonight, please let me know. It's a really good book. It's hysterical. I really want to move it. I got the Detective Comics 1991 annual going for just $2. I have JSA, Justice Society of America, number 2, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. This entire set here is going to go for just $10. $10 tonight. This is done by Len Straczewski and Grant Meme. And he also got to work with Mike Parobeck, who was a really great artist, and Tom Lyle and all kinds of cool creators. Len is one of my mentors, actually. He helped me out with the first issue of Isum Shin. So we got JSA 2, 5, 6, 7, and 8 going for just $10 tonight. Len Straczewski is the writer. And boy, did he enjoy working for DC. He really liked it. While I was rebooting my internet, I took the chance to grab myself some water. All right, Don. Legends of the DC Universe, number 8, number 30, number 32 are going to go for just $6. Dr. Midnight, number 2 of 3, that's going to go for $2. I've just imagined Stan Lee's Secret Files and Origins. This is when Stan Lee re-identified the DC universe. This can go for $2. I have the Shadow Strikes number 1 going for $2. And then I have this really cool Deceased number 1 cover. It has Robin on the cover and like it, but like it's the Joker. This is so cool. Going for $2. That is a really cool variant. All right, we have some really cool stuff here that hasn't been claimed yet. This is all brand new stuff. I have a full run of books here of Spider-Woman origin. This is basically her entire origin story. Issues 1 through 5 of this are going to go for $10. This is the whole run. And it's done by Brian Michael Bendis. And I believe it has artwork by the Luna Brothers. Yes, the Luna Brothers did the covers for these books. And it's all about the origin of Jessica, what's her name? Jessica Drake? Not Jessica Drake. Jessica Drew. In her S.H.I.E.L.D. origins. Done by Brian Michael Bendis. It's a whole run for just $10. That's it. It's a steal. Deceased is off. That's Don Johnson territory. Catwoman number 34 from the New 52. $2 on that. All right, looks like we got a full rack here. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm just trying to think of what to do here. We have a second rack here or we have 2 racks here. I'm not ready to sell these racks off yet because I still think there's some stuff I can mine from here. But I have so much stuff to go through that, okay, now Johnson's claiming Catwoman. Let's see. Put one more book up here. We have Uncanny X-Men number 299, right before issue 300. This is going to go for $2. $2. All right, yeah, so I'm not ready to sell off this entire rack yet. So I might take this stuff down and cycle it through again. We have some really good stuff here. I'm going to pull some stuff down real quick. Stuff that I think that you guys missed out on that I think you'd want to reconsider. Given the chance of how I see you guys buying. And we'll kind of go from there. Let's see. All right. Okay, Don's taking Uncanny 299. Don, that'll be your free Marvel book, the Uncanny 299. I have the Jaguar, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. This is going to go for $10 from Impact Comics. $10 on this. I have Sam and Twitch, the writer, number 404. That's going to go for $2. These are books that I picked because I figured you guys would want them, which is why I had some of you guys in mind when I picked up this stuff. Yeah, no problem, Don. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. I have Shadow the Bat, number 1. This is the first appearance of Mr. Zaz. Surprised no one wants to jump on that. No one's jumping on that. And then I have Astounding Wolfman number 2 from Robert Kirkman. I thought that would move pretty quickly. And then the Amalgam Comics. I mean, I've seen you guys pay a lot of money for these books. Magneto and the Magnetic Men going for $2. X Patrol going for $2. DC Marvel All Access number 1 is $2. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 8 is just $2 right now. Batman number 29, number 33, number 54, number 57 are going to go for $8. Marvel Knights 2 is going to go for $2. And I got Moon Knight number 9 going for $2. All right. I think it's FOMO time now because it's 10:30. So, JD, if you can, let's run the FOMO video.
It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great deals!
All right. Well, don't be a wiener because we got some really good FOMO books right now. And Don, I will get back to you in just a second. I'm pretty sure we can work that deal out. All right. And you're taking the Magneto. Okay, got it. So here, let me get those books before I forget. Sorry. All right. And here, you want to do the Batman. At 6. Yeah, I'll do that deal. I'll do the Batman at 6. And then you wanted the Magneto and the Magnet Man. Done. Gladly. You're picking up a lot of stuff for me today. I'm happy to wheel and deal. Thank you, sir. Okay. Let's do all of our FOMO books. I have Battlestar Galactica number 12. That's going to go for just $5 tonight. I have Amazing Spider-Man number 262. This is the first time we see an actor get dressed up as Spider-Man and do a cover. It was going to go for $15 today. Newsstand edition. Beautiful book. Next book I have here is Conan number 227. That's going to go for $4. And then I got Street Fighter Legends number 4A. That's going to go for $5 today. And then I have Red Sonja She-Devil with the Sword number 1. That's $2. That's going to be $5. Yeah, of course. Of course, Don. And then I got Barbie number 20. This is going to go for $5. And then I got this book right here. Prez, First Teen President. Look at this guy. Recognize his haircut? Who does he remind you of? Hillary Clinton? Donald Trump, take your pick. One or the other. It's uniform. All right. But here, the Native American guy is saying, can't anybody stop them? Of course. The, rich white guy can do everything you need him to do. One day he'll be the actual president, not just a class president. All right. And we got, let's see, the final chess match between Russia versus USA. Dude, Russia would sweep the floor with US in chess. They're like, you don't know how they train people in chess in Russia. It's basically, if you don't win this game, then you play Russia. If you don't do good in chess, then you get to play Russian roulette. It's either way, both games result in death. And sometimes you need to put out a fire. You need to use some gasolina. Oh, we got gasolina. Our final FOMO book. I think this says Pendejo. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know it. Bienvenido. This is by Sean Makowitz and Nico Walter. I have not read Gasolina before, but I've heard good things about it. It's a Skybound series, and it's going for $5. Read it while you're taking a dump. No, I'm just kidding. I read my comics while I'm taking dumps, too. I have to. Not the books I'm selling you guys, the other books in my collection. Not only my personal collection is allowed in the bathroom. Just killed it. No one's going to buy comics from me ever again now. It's terrible. I shouldn't have said anything. Should have just shut my mouth. All right, we got Prez and Gasolina. $5 a piece. Call it as you see it. From DC Comics. All right. Don's claiming Conan and Barbie. No one's claiming Gasolina though. Going wants gasolina, man. All right, so those are our FOMO books for today. We got about 20 minutes left. But do not worry, guys. I will be back next week with lots of shows and everything. So we're going to be doing 3 shows next week, regular scheduled time. And I'm also going to be we're planning something special for Small Business Saturday. So I'll be here for that too. I'll be fully rested by then and ready to rock, I think. I have my kids here. That's fine, man. We got 20 minutes down. It's just you and me here. I could imagine most people didn't want to be, hanging around here with the internet being what it was. So hopefully we'll get those people back next week. It's fine. I'm just gonna take this stuff down. I'll showcase new stuff. If it's just you, I'll give you the primo tour. At least you're here, and I appreciate that you're here. All right. Having one person is better than having no people. And you have helped me out a lot tonight, my friend. I just paid some really big bills right now, and so I need to start making some money here so I can go out and get some stuff done with I can start putting money together for my publishing stuff, because I have a bunch of things that need to be reprinted. Roberto Santiago is still here. Excellent. All right. I have X23 number. Did I take everything now? Yes, I did. I have X23 number 1. That's going to go for $2. I have number 4 going for $2. I have the Return of Wolverine number 1. So we had the Death of Wolverine. This is the Return of Wolverine number 1. It's going for $2. Spirits of Vengeance number 1, 3, and 5. This is going to go for $6. I have Ghost Rider Legacy number 237. This is number 1, going for $2. Captain America Variant Edition number 1 is going to go for $2. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe Again. This is the Barry Bradfield Ed McGuinness cover. This is going to go for $2. With all the gasolina. Sometimes the only way to put out a fire is with some gasolina. I have so much gasolina from this last convention that I'm going to have to throw out this show and go upstairs and take a dump, man. I have the Amazing Spider-Man number 17. It's number 818. This is going to go for $2. Claim X23. Nice pickup there. Doctor Strange from Mark Waid's run, number 4. I have another variant of number 4. This is, I guess this is Surgeon Supreme. This can go for $2. I have number 6. And then that's from Mark Waid's run. That's going to go for $6. And I have more Doctor Strange here. I have Doctor Strange number 15, 17. This is from Jason Aaron's run, and number 18. And this is going to go for $6. And then we're going to go back to the Mark Waid run. It looks like I have some other issues from that run. I have issues 20 and the number 1 annual. That's going to go for $4 on top of everything else. You want all these Doctor Stranges? Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. So it'd be 16 for all 8 Doctor Strange comics. I'll cut you a deal. I'll do it all for I'll do it all for $12 if you get all these Doctor Strange books. All of them for $12. Nice, easy sell. I have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 8 and number 12. I have 2 copies of number 12. Each one's going for just $2. So $4 on the pair, or if you want the duplicates, it's $6. I have Hunt for Wolverine number 1. That's going to go for $2. I have Fantastic Four number 1 and number 2 from Dan Slott's run. That's going to go for $4. All right. I have Fantastic Four 2099 number 1. That's going to go for $2. Black Cat number 1, number 2, and number 3, and number 8. These are all second printings, so we're going to do them at $2 a pop. $8 gets you everything. I have Wolverine Variant Edition number 1. That's going to go for $2. I have Slingers number 2. That's going to go for $2. Captain America and the First 13. This is a one-shot. That's going to go for $2. Captain America and the Falcon number 1. That's $2. I have the Captain America Annual number 12. That's going to go for $2. Doctor Strange number 2, Jason Aaron's run. Add that over here. And number 4 from Jason Aaron's run. And number 3 from Jason Aaron's run. And number 5 from Jason Aaron's run. Number 7 and number 12. And number 13. Lots of Doctor Strange here. And number 14. Whoa. And number 16. All $2 comics. This Jason Aaron Doctor Strange deal here is awesome. FF4. All right, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 12 comics here. 12 comics. Probably do all these for 12, 24. I'd do it all for $15 if anybody wanted it. Allow me to move it quicker. All right, done. Gotcha on this. That Doctor Strange bill is pretty big. It's bigly. Like the press said, trying to challenge Russia in chess is a very bigly idea. I think we could win. Just pointing it out there. Do I sound presidential to you guys? If not, then you can blow it out your gasoline at number 1. Both of these books are going for just $5, by the way. And by the way, that Prez book it predicts the future. Black Panther number 29 is going to go for $2. Strange deal. Boom shakalaka. You want to throw on the Mark Waid stuff as well? Let me see what I can do with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. 7. Sure, 15, 7. Would you be able to meet me in the middle and take all these books at $22 with the Mark Waid? So you're at 15 now. This would just make it 22. So I'm taking a couple bucks off. That just allows me to move through it all. Let me know. If not, I got you on the other stuff. And thank you. All right, I have Loki Siege. This is a one-shot going for $2. I have New Ultimates issue 2, that's going to go for $2. And I have Thief of Thieves number 11, that's going for $2. I sound like someone imitating a president. Well, there you go. Came across some real gems over at Motor City Comic Con. Hunter's the president of your hearts. All right, so Don, are we gonna add those extra ones for another $7? So it'd be 22 for everything. That's 5. That's 5 more issues. I had them priced at 10. I'll drop the price down to 7 if you take these off my hands too. There's some good stuff in the Mark Waid run. I have Force Works number 5 sealed in the poly bag. That's going to go for $2. Don, you're funny. All right, Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood number 4. That's going to go for $2. Some more Strange here. I have Strange number 1. Or sorry, Strange number 4. This is a mini series, and it's gonna go for $2. I have Astonishing X-Men number 50. That's $2. I have Journey into Mystery number 637, number 638, and number 644. That's gonna go for $6. $6 tonight. All right, whole Strange deal. Oakley dokley. Dark Wolverine number 79 is $2. Deathstroke number 38 is $2. I have Kiss 4K number 2, number 3. That's going to go for $4. Space Bandits number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. That's going to go for $8. $8 on the whole thing. The Lone Ranger Vindicated number 1, that's going to go for $2. I have Sliders Ultimatum number 1 of 2, that's going to go for $2. I have Give Me Liberty, An American Dream, Homes and Gardens number 1, and Health and Welfare number 3, that's going to go for $2. So that's 4 on the set. I have Martial Law number 1. This is a cool looking cover. I just like the way this book looks. This is going to go for $2. Love the line work. Got 8 minutes left. I'll be doing a show on Monday night on my channel next week, so we'll have a chance to see this stuff, and hopefully we'll have better internet connection next week. And then we'll be back Wednesday evening on The Experience. We're going to do another show. It's going to be great. We moved a lot of books tonight, thanks to Don and thanks to Steve. I appreciate both of you guys shopping with me and everybody else who tuned in and was patient enough to deal with me throughout all the hiccups tonight. But it is good to be back, and I guess I needed this show to kind of like get myself out of the funk I've been in post-con. So, all right, we got about 6 minutes left or 4 minutes left. Awesome. I'm glad. Yeah. So next week it'll be better. I have no doubt. Is that a modern Lone Ranger? Yes, it is. That is a modern Lone Ranger. Vindicated. Hold for $2. Let me know if you want it. I have Fallen Sun, The Death of Captain America. This is the Avengers. Going for $2. Space Above and Beyond, The Gauntlet, number 1 of 2. That's $2. I have Walking Dead, number 163 and 192. That's going to go for $4. $4. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 9, number 12, that's $2. The Kingdom, number 1, that's $2. Justice, number 11, that's $2. Kiss, number 1A, that's $2. Got 2 copies of it. Then I got another cover B going for $2. Yeah, I am in a con funk, dude. Seriously, I'm so tired. I have no idea how I'm doing this right now, but we did it. We got to the end here. Road Rage, number 1. This is going to go for $2. And I have Revival, number 4. That's also going to go for $2. And Warp Graphics Annual, number 1. That's $2. Like, I have a ton of books here that I know are just going to get eaten up next week. All right. I'm going to showcase our FOMO books one more time, and then I'm going to build off the last 2 parts of the rack, and then we're closing out our show. Once again, I have Gasolina number 1. That's going to go for just $5 tonight. Amazing Spider-Man 262. That's going to go for $15 tonight. Prez number 2, the first Teen President, is going to go for $5. I have Street Fighter Legends number 4A going for $5. Red Sonja, She-Devil with the Sword number 1, that's $5. And Battlestar Galactica number 12 from Marvel, that's going to go for $5. These were your FOMO books. Playing Kiss. Okay. $6. Black Belt Hamsters, book 1. That's going to go for $2. Dark Horse Presents 1987, number 9. That's $2. Slash Maraud, number 1. A 6-issue miniseries by Doug Mensch and Paul Galassi. I actually really wanted to read this. Slash Maraud. Star Trek number 13 is $2. Batman Chronicles number 20 is $2. And then finally, I have Batman Gotham Knights number 2 of 4 and number 3 of 4 going for $4. And that is everything. Oh, wait, there's one more book. We'll do one more book. Justice League Lobo number 1, 23.2. This is going to go for $2. Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate I appreciate your support. You got me through tonight for sure, man. It's thanks to you. I want to say about like almost half of a short box. And with all the hiccups we had tonight, there were many reasons why we could have had a complete bust on today. But thanks to you, we didn't. I appreciate you so much. We are at the end of the line here, but I will be back next week. I will be recharged. I will be ready to go. And we're going to have a really great week. And we're going to be bringing in the holidays together. So looking forward to seeing you guys next week. And until that time comes, have a great night and enjoy the rest of your week.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.